Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is White Lightning and welcome back to Star Wars Empire at War Principles of Empire at War series playing as the New Republic. Last time we only took one planet in Hutt space here, but we chipped away at the pretty good-sized Hutt fleet over Bimasari, didn't lose too many forces, fought off a couple of attacks elsewhere, dealt with a couple of annoying raids over in the Endor direction, and it looks like they are coming back. The Empire of the Hand has reconquered Oreen here in the Unknown Regions, and so now we've got an incoming invasion at Endor to deal with. We've also got an incoming invasion at Emberline, so kind of complicated, a lot of things going on right now. I'm going to grab Akbar's fleet, which is not quite up to full strength, and move that back to Emberline. We probably, if I had to guess, I would say we are probably not going to beat the, it's got to be an invading Imperial fleet, yeah? Yeah, right, from Kashyyyk, an invading Imperial fleet. We'll probably not beat them to Emberline, so we'll lose the shipyard and stations there. We'll have to rebuild those, but we should be able to forestall any ground invasions coming. Meanwhile, I want to move this defensive fleet, which is up to 158, so a little bit more decent size now. And let's grab them and move them over to Endor, if the game will unpause for me and work. And Greater Maldred conquered Yavin 4. Okay, yeah, I thought that was another invasion notification, which was going to be pretty annoying to deal with. And then we'll grab Sov's fleet and move it into Bimasari for hopefully the last time. And go ahead and resume. We'll see which of those several battles kicks off first. Emberline 345. Oh no. Don't like that. We do have the ion cannon, so that's good to see. I don't think with just a level 1 shipyard, I don't think we're going to be able to get anything out of this fight. Maybe we can try. With Akbar not having a full strength fleet, I'm a little bit nervous about this fight as well. Let's take a look here though. We do have the decent sized Golan, so maybe if they send in some of their smaller ships first, we'll have the option to wear them down. I'm actually going to intentionally hold fire with my ion cannon to start off, because I think the best I could end up doing is taking down this Victory Star Destroyer shields, but then I think it would just pause. Well, maybe. What do I want to do here? I don't actually know. I am indecisive on this one. We'll move our defensive garrisons back and get our fighters up. I don't really see any need to... Let's grab all these guys. Yeah, all the corvettes move back, and then all of our fighters and bombers. Let's just have you guys blitz past their fighters, and you know what? Maybe I will ion cannon this Victory Star Destroyer. Because if we can kill this Victory, that would be pretty cool. My fear would be that it would drop back to the rear of the formation, and then we wouldn't be able to reach it, and just the rest of their fully operational forces would come up and blitz through the station here before we could get up to kill the Victory. I'm a little skeptical. It's not that we have a ton of bombers here in this formation either, so I'm a little skeptical on our ability to get through to that VSD. In fact, you know what? Never mind. Fighters and bombers, come on back. We're going to keep you in reserve. I don't think you're powerful enough to get in there and kill that Victory while it's in the middle of that formation. We may be able to kill a couple strike cruisers though, so that will be the goal. Let's move these corvettes back a little bit more. This Nebulon B will move that back a little bit more, and then these guys are just going to hang out there. We do have some DP-20s as well, which I kind of forgot about. Those should have some pretty long-range concussion missiles. This strike cruiser is getting far enough forward now that I think I will send my fighters and bombers after it specifically. And then what are these? Light interceptors? Yeah, light interceptors are going to be very well suited to dogfighting here. So we'll have the Golan specifically target the strike cruiser. And then Y-Wings, I am not optimistic in your ability to do much good here, but let's see if you can get in and take out that VSD-1, and then we'll probably be done. Probably won't be able to do much more. The good news is they don't have a ton of point defense. They do have, it looks like, that one IPV, so our long-range weapons on our Golan space station should be able to range out to the Victory here, like the proton torpedoes and stuff, which are pretty solid. They have ion cannon available. Let's go for that strike cruiser, I guess. And the question is, what do we try to take out? Do I commit to this? Just like control A everybody and commit to this Victory? Let's see if we can do that. I'm a little skeptical, like I say. DP-20s are, yeah, no shot there. Alright, yeah. So we took out a strike cruiser, nothing else. Probably could have gone for another strike cruiser and gotten that, but, or KDY strike rather. But so it goes. The question now, we're going to be what, Akbar's 256 versus the Empire's 335. Ooh, I'm in danger. But that'll probably be the next fight that happens here. And the question is, do I want to take it? Or do I want to try to defend Emberlian on ground? That is the intent of having this whole ground army here, is so that we can defend on ground. So we don't have to stick it out here and risk losing the planet. We could probably get a pretty successful ground defense in. That might be the safest thing to do, actually. Rather than risk losing Akbar, I'd rather not do that. And like I say, the planet isn't critical. It is defended on the ground, and we have the money to defend it. So, and they do not have an interdictor. That's something, actually. They don't have an interdictor. I could consider trying to split their forces up, maybe lead them on a little bit of a chase, and we can zoom in and kill maybe a few things and then retreat. Let's try bringing in up here another DP-20 and see if we can split, like I say, split this fleet up a little bit. Have maybe some of the ships chase one, and some of the ships chase another. You guys get a little closer. All the fighters are going after you. Yeah, it looks like they are splitting up a little bit.
Right away.
Send this DP-20 up.
Yes, Commander.
And then this guy up to this corner as well. Just fighters chasing him, so I'm not super concerned. We could probably hyperspace in and like take out this compeller or something. That might be kind of stupid though for what's supposed to be a hit and run attack. Going for the chunkiest ship in the fleet. Oh, this is where all the smaller ships are too. Not just the compeller, but the
orders, sir.
Victories and precursors and stuff are part of that group of forces. And I guess I have the ion cannon too. If I had been committed to that, I would have just started ion cannoning from the beginning, but I was not quite committed from the beginning. Bring in our chunky ships up front here, relatively chunky ships, these Moncal ships. And then the Namana here, Assault Frigate. We'll get some Quasars, our point defense ships, our Nebulon Bs, and our CR-90s, and then Marauder, a couple of MC-30s, and the DP-20. So, again, not the full fleet that we would hope to have in this type of an engagement. Just box select everybody and have them go for the compeller right off the bat, and then I'll grab my Quasars, for instance, and tell them to hold back. DP-20, you can move up and join the main fleet. Say the goal here, main goal here, you can go ahead and power shields. Then Akbar, I want you to get up far forward. And then we'll get our fighters and bombers in on perhaps the precursor. You get out of there. I don't know why they are focusing, well, because you're off on your own. This MC-40 there. See if we can get it out of the way. Goal is going to be to destroy as many of these ships as we can before these Star Destroyers show up. Okay, this MC-40 is out of harm's way, which is great. We might have bitten off a little bit more than we can chew. Let's get this MC-30 over here. Try to focus up the capital ships so that they are attacking different hardpoints. And then Akbar, I am fine with Akbar just tanking the fire coming off of these Star Destroyers coming off of the flank here. I think that's going to be fine. Assault Frigate, you can power 2 weapons. That's just Nebulon Bs. Let's get our Nebulon B tenders back on this Assault Frigate as well. And then we've got some coverage back here against these bombers, but not as much as I would like, so let's recall a few squadrons of starfighters to come back and help out. The ion cannon is available, and I could try to take down this victory. Maybe that's what I'll do. Akbar, go ahead and power to shields. That's going to be fine. And then we've almost got this compeller down. Question is, how greedy do I get? How much of this stuff do I try to kill? We're still good on shields on everybody, although that's going to start changing soon. These MC-80s, let's have you turn on your power to shields. I realize we're losing attack power when we do that. Let's see, and we've got... Let's see this victory here. Okay, so taking a little bit closer look, we've got mostly full shields on our big boy ships, our Moncal ships. Akbar is about to lose shields. We are up against 3 remaining ISDs and a precursor and a KDY strike, and they have not brought in any reinforcements. Oh, I think we could just straight up win this. I really do. And this Tector, that's not an ISD, that's a Tector, which has no fighters, is down to partial shields.
Reporting for duty.
Oh boy. How greedy do I want to get? Nope. We're going to leave. We're going to live to fight another day. I'm going to watch the engines and make sure that they don't go out. But as long as they don't,
I need help.
I will leave the retreat going. Because Akbar is not getting a command bonus buff right now either. He is weak. He's just like a vulnerable MC-80 Home 1 type that's about to lose all the shields. We lost a CR-90. We got killed a couple of precursors and an impeller. That's going to be fine. We'll just have to rely on the ground defense on Emberline to carry us through. Ubrikia, how are you doing, brother? I actually don't want the capital shipyard there right now. I don't think that's super worth it. What I do want is a spy that I can send over to Kashyyyk, because that's going to be one of our near-term conquest targets. And I also want to win, once and for all, this fight over Bimasari. Which, again, I should be able to do. I don't think they've got a shipyard. If they've reconstructed a shipyard and built up even more small frigate forces, I'll be super pissed, because that's what the entire last episode was about, was preventing them from doing that. And no shipyard. Okay, so 2 Voraciouses, 2 Vontours, and a bunch of little guys. That is fine. We're going to do, again, kind of the classic thing that we've done before. We're going to bring the Home 1 type in up front, and this is truly going to be very much at the front of the formation. We'll bring in Sov and Farlander, and then our MC-80 and a couple of Dauntlesses. We'll bring in the Liberators here, and then all of the Quasars. Again, you guys have seen this type of formation before. This time, it is going to be to completion. And we'll get our CR-90s in. There's some nice little point defense, and this MC-40 has some fighters. These MC-30s are nice to have, so we'll bring them in. And we'll leave a little bit of room. If I could get a sneaky boarding shuttle capture in this fight, like if they, for some reason, hold a Vontour back randomly or something, I'll do that. But I don't think odds are good. My goal here, we're going to fast forward until all the fighters spawn in, and it looks like they have spawned in appropriately, so that's great. Again, our goal here is going to be kind of similar to what we've done in the past. I'm going to send some fighters in to poke at their ships, and if we can get that formation of theirs moving forward a little bit, that will be very good. And I will turn on power to shields so those shields regenerate more quickly on this Home 1 type. If we can get those regenerated up to max before we start getting in a fight, that would be awesome. Okay, fighters coming in. A-Wings, I'm going to have you immediately peel off and just start dogfighting with their fighters. Go ahead, you can go fast. These A-Wings can go ahead and trigger your sensor jamming so that concussion missiles and proton torpedoes aren't doing any good. These first squadrons of A-Wings are going to get absolutely chewed up because we're fighting kind of within range of some of their point defense. But, you know what? They are buying lots of time for these bomber formations coming in. We're going to be able to take down probably, potentially, the shields on this Voracious on their first run. Yeah, with those dumb bombs coming in. So the bombers fire their first volley of guided rockets, and then the second volley of dumb bombs that are unguided. Ion Cannon is firing and went for Farlander. That's fine. I'm intending to keep Farlander back in this battle anyway. Let's get a couple X-Wings over to help with this main dogfight as well. And if we can just keep those fighters busy, we'll be in good shape. Our goal is to take down the fighter bays on this Voracious so that they stop spawning quite so many fighters. We are fighting against their tending, and that's something to consider, is that they have a lot of tenders in this fight. So really, maybe I need to just grab all of my fighters and have them go for one fighter base specifically. Because yeah, they're tending through a lot of the damage that I'm doing, which is unfortunate. Heel tanking or something that's called, right? That's one hangar bay. Let's see if we can get the last one so that this is truly neutralized as a threat, this Voracious here. We may be out of luck between their point defense and their tending. Ah, yeah, unfortunate. Okay, never mind. Fighters all pull back. That's fine. We at least broke the shields, and it looks like they're going to chase us. Okay, so this is ideal. Again, if we can get this conga line of Hutt ships just kind of chasing us in, that will be ideal for me and my purposes. So we'll grab all of our point defense ships, as we do, you know, and assign them to a quick little control group, command group.
Weapons charged. Frequency open.
They're all going to be command group 1, and I'm going to move them up a little closer. In fact, we should probably move all of our capital ships up a little closer to this MC-80, so it's not just totally tanking everything in the face, all of these missiles from these fighters and everything. We'll select our fighters and bombers and have them go in and start dogfighting, and then I'll probably get, with this Voracious moving out farther away from the tending coverage, we might have an opportunity to send some more bombers in, and at least keep at least keep them on their toes, get a little more damage on targets. So let's do that actually with these H-wings and Y-wings, and I think I have a squadron or two of B-wings kicking around. Yes. Okay, ion cannon is firing, going for this MC-80B, which is fine. We're just going to power to shields through it as soon as we get our boost shield power ability back. Go ahead and do it, do it, do it. Maybe? Yeah, we'll try it later. With these dogfighting fighters, we'll send them in after their bombers. And it looks like we did manage to kill the shield generator on that first Voracious, so that's great. I'm actually going to target the Vontors now, and I've kind of misplayed this. I stopped paying quite so much attention to the smaller ships, so that is probably going to cost us pretty significantly. We're going to go for one Vontor now, and then switch fire probably to the other Vontor, or perhaps even to the smaller ships, the frigates and so forth. Also, their tenders are going to be doing a lot of work here, but I kind of don't want to deviate and kill the tenders. Maybe that's a mistake. Probably is. Probably should be focusing at least some guys. In fact, Liberators here, you guys are going to power to weapons, and you guys are going to be on tender killing duty. In fact, I'm going to set you to command control group 2, command group 2, so you can do that a little more effectively. Yeah, just start blazing on those tenders. You have some lighter weapons, so you should be able to hit those. We are going to lose this Dauntless, kind of as expected. Let's move all of our large capital ships, shift their fire over to this remaining Vontor. Actually, Farlander, I'll have you start working on this Karaga. MC-80B, I'll have you work on this Batil, actually. That'd be handy to have. And we're still hanging in there. I have a bunch of fighters and bombers that I could bring up, so let's have them come in and start attacking this additional Voracious. Dauntless, you can shift fire to... no, let's keep on this Vontor. Wow, they have so freaking many tenders. We've lost that Dauntless. What do we have? Ooh, we've lost a couple of things, looks like. Which is unfortunate. That ion cannon is doing work on us, and these tenders are doing work on us. Okay, we took down that carrier. You, Dauntless, can go ahead and hit your power to, or your jamming ability rather, and we'll get the Liberators to just keep plugging away at those tenders, because they are doing work on us now. Okay, so a little bit of losses here in this fight. We lost that Dauntless, and I think we might have lost a Liberty as well. May still lose a Liberator, although miraculously we have not yet. Pull this MC-80B forward, and I'm going to pull this Home 1 type forward as well. I'm going to grab all fighters and bombers, which again we've attrited pretty significantly. We've lost a lot of those. I'm going to grab all fighters and bombers and have them start working on this remaining Voracious. And actually, I wonder if I could get a quick capture in on this Voracious. Probably not. But let's have everybody shift fire and focus fire on this remaining carrier. And then if we could maybe toggle the capture button. Like I say, I'm not optimistic. Oh, never mind. We got it. Okay, well, that's incredible. Who would have guessed? We're going to have a free and fancy extra carrier. It's interesting that all the ships we're capturing tend to be carriers. Like, we got the Mist from the Hapens, we got the Voracious from the Hutts. Would love to get some more Imperial ships, because, again, triangle ships inherently superior, right, to all other sorts of ships. But we should be good now to proceed. Grab what relatively few fighters and bombers we have remaining and have them go up and soften up the station. We'll have our intact capital ships go up and soften up the station. Dauntless, you can honestly just chill back on the back lines. Sov is still fine. And then we've got a Liberator that is hurt still, but regenerating some shields. So we'll have our Liberators actually hold position so they're not getting shot at too terribly much. And then everybody can just go finish off the trade port. And this will be the space over Bimasari. Conquered and dealt with. So, top priority is going to be moving Luke's ground army off of Ubrikia, I believe is where it's at, and moving it up so we can conquer Bimasari before we lose any ships to the ground space cannon. As always, that is a concern that I have. But there we go, we are victorious. Again, some losses, but probably unavoidable. Or, I don't know, maybe avoidable from a better micromanaging player than me. But CR90, CR92, and Dauntless, not too bad. Could have been worse. Alright, like I say, let's get our army over there soonish. I am okay to leave Ubrikia open right now because we've got Akbar's fleet coming in. And what did the Empire of the Hand send at Endor? They have sent some interesting ships. So Kynagos Cruiser with a pop cap of 9, 2 of those. A Prolipsy Interdictor, so they can leave. We cannot. We do not have an interdictor in this fleet. We do outnumber them though, so I would expect them, the Empire of the Hand, to try to retreat from this fight. That would be my expectation. See what happens though.
The enemy is approaching.
Yeah, just a little station that's not going to be tremendously helpful to us. I will let them come to us, and I'm going to get my Dauntlesses farther forward, and we'll pull our Quasars a little farther back. Quasars, Quasar, potato, tomato.
Missile tubes loaded.
And yeah, I'm almost certain that as soon as they get the opportunity, they will retreat. Maybe not though. Yep, there they go. Okay. As expected. You can see our first shot of some of the Empire of the Hand ships though. Kind of interesting design. Meant, listening to the devs talk about the design philosophy, many of them meant to be a combination of the Chiss, which is the faction that Grand Admiral Thrawn is, Chiss Empire ships, and like Galactic Empire ships. So you see a lot of design crossover and a lot of fusion between those different designs there, between those factions. We've got our little ships almost done building down at our Shaddaa, and there is the Emberline ground battle. Okay, so taking a look at what we have here, they have 12 speeder bike scout companies, which is super obnoxious. However, we don't have a lot on this battle that's going to be super vulnerable, like our infantry will be, but we can spawn more infantry, and that's not going to be a critical capability gap of us. They do have some Fluttercraft companies, so these are going to be their aircraft. They have 3 A5 Juggernauts, and a commander and another A5, so 4 total Juggernauts, 1 artillery piece. We have some aircraft and our own artillery. We should be able to deal with this. I think we can win this just fine. We have, on the downside, we have very little ability to transport troops up to these, no ability really, we have no troop transports, so we can't get any infantry up quickly close to the any of the other command posts to take those reinforcement points and prevent their use by the Empire. But I think we're going to win this one, especially since they can't turbo laser strike us, they can only bombing run us, and we can partially mitigate that through the use of anti-aircraft turrets. So I'm not too terribly worried about this one. Oh, and it looks like this is kind of a small map with some capturable infantry as well. So let's grab this infantry, and you guys can run right off the bat right up there. We'll grab, honestly, all of this infantry, and we'll have you come and secure the middle here. And then I feel like I'm missing some infantry squads. Oh yeah, these guys are still spawning in. We'll send you guys over to this side, and you guys can go help them as well. And then what to do with the vehicles. Let's get, first of all, our aircraft up and running. I think I'm gonna, where do I want to send my artillery? I think I'm gonna keep my artillery right about here. And they'll be kind of central to the map. I'll maybe move them up here. I'm thinking let's get our heavy tanks up in this direction as well, with at least 2 of them. Actually, you know what? I do have some hover vans. Is it worth my time to throw some infantry into those hover vans? Probably so. You can fit some squads in there. So let's hurry up and do that, and we'll send 1 hover van south and the other hover van north. You guys can come here. I will have you occupy this bunker and then build probably an anti-vehicle turret. And then we'll send our fast-moving guys a little farther afield. Anti-vehicle turret is going to be good medicine against the speeder bikes that they're coming at us with. Let's move you guys up there. And then, oh, that's kind of concerning. We've got the infantry, or at least an infantry spawning bug moving in here. Only affecting that structure, though. It looks like we've got this other just fine. You can go ahead and deploy, and then we'll get this infantry in here to the center. I know I'm kind of all over the place. I'm trying to do a lot of things at once and get up there, see some key terrain as quickly as I possibly can. And we're trying to cover a pretty broad front as well, which is not always the most effective way to handle these defenses on ground like this. Often you want to concentrate your forces, but I think our balance of forces is such. Oh, and here come their aircraft, which I think we can mitigate with our own aircraft. They've got a Juggernaut already in here. I will, with this infantry, have them attack that Juggernaut, and then I'll start building a support field base here as well.
Your orders?
With our armored free runners,
Underway.
let's move you guys around this way. Kind of get, yeah, that's not really going to help actually. Let's get you pulled back a little bit then. Infantry's going to be up front, missiling the Juggernaut. This speeder truck can pull on back. You're not doing a ton of good there. We'll get this AAC to run up here as well. And then, what do I want to build here? Let's grab... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to build anything there. I'm going to come down here and build an anti-aircraft turret to be our anti-bombing run medicine, because that's probably the most likely vector that bombing runs would come at us from, is that approximate direction. We've already destroyed one Juggernaut that came in here, and this is their hero Juggernaut. Interesting. So if we could destroy that while it's here, that would be pretty neat. This infantry, I'm not having them take cover because the Juggernaut can run over them while they are taking cover. I think, though, we've got it. Yeah, we've got it. Excellent. Okay, you guys move on up even farther. You are going to be, like, say, an anti-aircraft turret. You guys are going to move up here. We've got some infantry, but I'm not super concerned. Let's pull this armored free runner back a little bit. And then I built... that is not what I intended to build there. I wanted to build a repair pad. So let's get a repair pad going there, and we'll send in our speeders to get some healing. Oh, and there's a hover band that I never really unloaded. Whoops.
Construction complete.
Go ahead and unload there then. And you know what? I think I'm going to get a second anti-aircraft turret, because like I say, I think that's the most likely avenue of approach for them. There's another Juggernaut, which we can deal with. Oh, and there's their artillery starting to make its presence known. Oh, and they're retreating. Okay, awesome. So relatively easy ground battle. Again, a little concerning to see that infantry spawning bug popping up again, so I'll probably take a quick save, reload the save, and that should clear it out. That has in past experience. So I will do that and be right back. Alright, I'm back, reloaded the save, and we've got a planetary invasion at Delacrix, which I did not even see pop up as something that was about to happen. First question, where is Delacrix? Oh, it's here, and it's Han and Chewie and Kyle Katarn on the ground. And we have a planetary capital, but that is all we have. Okay, we have money. I think we can win this. Honestly, probably won't have too many problems with it, especially with Chewie's ability to maybe yeet a 2M repulsor tank or something, then we can repair it. Not liking the anti-infantry capability that these infantry support platforms are going to bring, as well as the ATAA flak missile companies. Those are pretty scary, but I think we can make it work. Hero defense. Never underestimate the hero defense. Okay, and we do have this anti-vehicle turret. I will leave that up there, and I am not going to try to rush to get like that mining facility or anything like that. One thing I am going to do, this is a bridge that I believe vehicles can pass over. So this is a great example of what's called key terrain, right? That looks like something that if I were an enemy, I would want to approach in that direction. I think we have a Han here, we have a Chewie here. Let's get them one to each of those build pads, and let's secure that. And then I'm going to send our more conventional forces up here on the left side, thinking that they can, that this, if the Maldruid sends their forces around this left side of the map, that the anti-vehicle turret up there will buy some time. See, I think I want an anti-vehicle turret, and I'm not worried about infantry, so do I go anti-vehicle, double anti-vehicle, or do I do something like anti-air? Let's do anti-air, because they potentially are going to have bombing runs on this one. On this fight, which would be less than great. Might also send some infantry back, and let's get an anti-vehicle turret down in that direction as well. Our tanks here, just some light ones, let's move them up. So what we're doing here is building up kind of a multi-layered defense. Because I have the money, and because I can afford it, we're going to stick an anti-vehicle turret there, and that'll be a great place for us to fall back to. This bunker flanked by the double build pads is going to be, I think, a great place for a repair pad and then an anti-vehicle turret. And that should be a really good thing for us. Haven't seen them move over on this east side. We did secure this extra infantry, so that's great. And then, do I need a field base here? I don't think I do. I'm inclined to not hit that. We just saw, yep, some vehicles coming in. Like, what did I say? That I wanted a nice 2M tank, because that's going to be a heavy-ish tank for Chewie. I'm going to send Chewie in, maybe. Ooh, actually, I'm a little nervous because did they just send their vehicles over there? No. Okay, so they're still there. Yeah, this anti-vehicle turret is slowing them down. I'm going to send Chewie sprinting up here to catch them. And then let's get our other two heroes, Kyle and Han, to go up the middle. I want Kyle to do anti-infantry duty. And we will keep these forces kind of a little bit pulled back for right now. Looks like we're going to be able to take out one tank, which is great, and I will go ahead and sell that, get a little bit of the money back. Not all the money, you only get 50% when you do that, but get some of it. And, never mind. I'm not liking... They're pointing their missiles at me. I don't like it when they point their missiles at me. Let's come on back over the bridge and hunker down in the shelter of the turrets that we've constructed. They are going to secure this reinforcement point. Maybe I could have done something, been a little more aggressive in keeping them from being able to do that. I think we're going to be okay. I'll grab one infantry company to put them in this turret. If we do have to pull back, these guys will kind of hold that back line for us, and our next fallback point is going to be this anti-vehicle turret there. You know, I could send Chewie up and just try to yeet one of these ATAAs. Flak missiles, that has flak missile and a blaster rifle on it. What kind of damage do you do? Don't actually know. Well, either way, you're mine now. Yeehaw. Super fun. Infantry, get up here, do anti-infantry work for us. We've got our vehicles here getting some repairs in.
Yes.
Do I just kind of commit and fall in on their rear flanks and collapse on them that way, or do I fight this out with these forces that I have here currently? I think let's go ahead and push up with our three heroes here. Kyle, I might even send to try to take this command post from them. See if we can hold. These are free units, by the way. We're playing with free chicken, basically, house money. We are not going to lose any money or any reinforcements from losing these units. We'll sell that repair station again real quick. That means we're not going to be getting the repairs off of it. I am focusing first on these infantry support platforms because that's what's most threatening to my heroes. I will continue to do that with the AACs, but then let's get the free runner and the turret here to work on this 2M repulsor tank. Yeah, like I say, these anti-vehicle weapons on these tanks are pretty capable. We've got Chewie going toe-to-toe with this tank. Han, you can sit there and buff Chewie. And then Kyle, I want you to come in here and... yeah, you could probably like force crush this. Otherwise kill it, maybe? No? Then you can do something, maybe. Okay, these guys here are still doing okay, not the best. They are taking some shots at us. Are these doing anything? I haven't actually seen one of these fire. I have no idea what their munitions look like or anything. But we're mostly holding off this push. Han and Chewie, I'm just going to have you guys roll up here and you can help Kyle. Kyle, you apparently don't have force crush ability, or yours is broken or something. Oh, this might be why. Pull out your lightsaber, please. Yeah, so he's got his lightsaber out now. By default he has his blaster, but I'd rather have him have his lightsaber. Yeah, this anti-vehicle turret looks like dealt with that one tank. And then you guys just keep chasing. Again, not impressed with these flak missile tanks. Am I stupid? Looks like they're not firing at all. In which case you'd be better off just exiting the vehicle. So. But we are taking down these tanks that they have over on this side as well. I'm sure you can just chase this vehicle. So I'm really not sure how much damage it's doing to you, if any at all. Kyle's still here. And we're going to destroy this tank, and then we'll take down this infantry here, and then this support base. A few infantry can hop out, and they're retreating, which is great. Looks like we got some sneaky infantry back behind us into our base, but that's okay. Okay, so a successful defense of Delacrix. Hopefully we will be able to link up the territory and relieve the world soon. I do want to get in, since I'm just going to be holding it with the heroes for right now. Do I want to build anything? Maybe a light factory.
Building under construction.
Yeah,
Building
probably a
under
light factory,
construction.
and that'll give at least some sort of vehicular support to the forces we have on the ground there. And then, with Bimasari, we need to kick off this invasion and hopefully complete the conquest of Hutt space with this.
Invasion commencing.
So we'll start with Luke. Looks like they don't have much on the ground. If anything, all I saw was some huts on the top of the unit stack there. Again, did not take the time, maybe I probably should have, did not take the time to fully spy on the planet, so I don't really know what we're going up against. Looks like they do have the base defenses, so that's one of their 4 slots. Only 4 slots on this. And they have an ion cannon as well, so that's 2 of the 4. They're not going to have a lot of units here to fight us with.
Yes.
So we'll send Luke running straight
I'll
up
be
the
there.
middle here, like we do. We'll bring in our AACs, and then I'll bring in infantry so far back doesn't make a ton of sense. I think let's just stick with the free runners rather. I'll bring in the free runners. Let's just stick with the slightly faster flying stuff, and then we'll have Luke capture
I'm
this
with you. I
command post, and we'll bring in
understand.
maybe our heavy tanks right on top of it. I don't feel a need to go. They have some capturable infantry facilities and a factory down here. Don't feel a need to go for them. Again, we're not really going to be outmatched in this
Your
battle.
orders? Right away, sir.
So
We've
I'm not even going to build
located the enemy.
field bases or anything. We'll try to stay economical with this fight.
Stay close
And then
to
Luke,
me.
you can go in. The turbo laser tower is not going to be super effective against you. Not liking how they're already contesting that reinforcement point. So let's get in some of our New Republic Marines, which are designated anti-infantry. We'll bring in our artillery. We will not bring in our artillery immediately, actually. I'll bring in instead some T2Bs.
Course plotted.
And we'll get those queued up and landing first. And then as soon as they hit the deck, they're queued up, we'll bring in, I guess, another round of AACs. And then finally our artillery and some heavy tanks.
At maximum loop
And that should be pretty good. These free runners might have a bit of a tricky time. They are taking this command post, but they're not going to be able to do anything with it. They can't land reinforcements, and I've already queued up my own reinforcements to land here. So free runners, I need you guys to focus on the vehicles, so these little skiffs here defend this infantry. Looks like that defense was successful.
I come.
Our Marines are fine. Let's move you guys up here, actually up here, and I might get a repair pad just to, yeah, because I've lost a couple of vehicles, so I want to repair the surviving units. Oh, yep, there goes free runner.
Reporting.
Never mind, I'll just try not to get any subsequent vehicles killed. Operative word,
Build
try.
pad.
Ready.
Alright, so I think the play is just to run up here into the base. They only have 1 turbo laser tower here on this corner. We might be able to avoid it entirely. So let's get our heavy tanks up. We'll keep our light tanks. I will actually keep these T2Bs back here guarding the artillery, because they might come at us with, yeah, some of these swoop bikes or infantry, and then everybody else
Let me help you.
can move on
I'll
up.
be there. I understand.
Suppressive fire.
This column of forces here.
Ready.
Artillery, go for that. Free
Yes,
runners
sir.
turn around and deal with that tank as well.
Ready. Proceeding.
And then we'll send our turbo blimp in.
On my way.
As long as they don't have any anti-aircraft turrets built up around it, turbo blimp should be able to get in here and kill the enemy shield generator. They do have that shield though, and it's doing its job. It's blocking us. Let's move the turbo blimp north. Unit destroyed. I wonder what that was.
Commander.
Wasn't the artillery, was it? No? Okay, then we're fine. As long as I don't lose artillery, I'll be happy. Luke is doing fine. We will. They do have the anti-aircraft turret. Dang, that's exactly what I said I didn't want them to have. Turn around.
Skywalker here.
You guys
I'm
run
it.
on in here. We really need our heavy tanks to come in. In fact, I'll bring in some more heavy tanks. Need coverage from them. Oh yeah, these AACs that I totally forgot existed. You guys can take out those random droids there, and then we'll send our smaller tanks down there to help out.
Ready.
They are contesting our reinforcement point. That's actually a great job for these T2s, or maybe the AECs. We'll send them back. Okay, yeah, I want you guys to get up, get away.
Where do you need me?
Luke, come up here.
Unit destroyed.
What are your orders?
Unit
Ready.
destroyed.
Yeah, just get through the shield, push through it. Not entirely sure which units are being destroyed, but I don't like that sound. Get our heavy tanks up there, and then these T2s, we'll have them run in and help out with the infantry down here on the south side. And then as soon as we get the...
At your command.
this turbo blimp is taking some heat from
Target
that anti-aircraft turret, but we ended up taking it down. Go ahead and move up T4s out of the range of that turbo laser tower.
awaiting your signal.
Let's hurry and get that base shield down so that we can... Oh, can we not bombing run? Pourquoi? Oh, because that's the Grand Hutt Council. Okay, that's the planetary capital. Okay, well, this is a slightly harder fight than I was expecting it to be then. For that reason exactly. We'll leave these tanks down here, actually, just kind of guarding, because they seem like they want to... Oh, hey,
I copy.
you move in here. Stop, deploy.
Armor standing by.
And let's see if we can get our speedy tanks in after all to help against this infantry. Meanwhile, you AACs can hold this area down. I just want to keep them from like building a field base or something. We're gonna have to destroy all this infantry that's on the map anyway, and I'd rather do it sooner rather than later, so it's a little bit easier fight for us. But let's get everybody working on the Grand Hutt Palace, and I'll send Luke over to deal with this infantry. That should work great. These Marines can take cover. Hutt Palace will be going down soon. We are about to lose that artillery. I don't think we will, though. I think we can keep it screened safely from this
Roger that.
enemy infantry that's coming in. Maybe. Come on, come on, come on.
Awaiting
You
orders.
guys get on up here. Destroy it. Destroy them. Oh boy, if a bad guy so much as breathes on this artillery, we are
Copy.
totally toast
On it,
with it.
sir.
So I'll bring these AACs up to cover the approach from the south on it. And now it is just a matter of cleanup. A matter of cleanup. And I say just a matter of cleanup. It's going to take a minute to clean all this up because this is their capital world. They probably have a lot of forces running around. And there goes the artillery. Dang it! What did they bring in? Like, it could have been a single dude with a blaster rifle is all they needed to bring in, but that's annoying. Well,
Give me a target.
you guys know how it goes, right? I tend to lose artillery. It's a little bit sad. Oh, there's the base shield generator
Yes, sir.
and the turbo laser power generator. And there's the retreat. Dang, you guys couldn't have retreated like 6 seconds earlier before I lost my artillery? That is just tragic. Yeah, it doesn't show that as losses, but I don't think it'll exist. And we have succeeded in the reconnaissance mission that we got last time. We've got 4 beta cruisers spawned in at Bespin, so that's kind of neat. So go ahead and
Beginning
queue up
construction.
the initial infrastructure purchases there. We do not have artillery here, so we'll need to reconstitute that in that army, but that's going to have to wait for next time. Tune in then. Hope everyone enjoyed the episode. I really enjoyed making it. I'm really enjoying this series, everybody, so if you're enjoying watching I hope you're enjoying watching it half as much as I am enjoying playing this game, Empire at War. I feel like we're doing really well. We have eliminated once and for all the Hutt threat to the Outer Rim here. Next up, we decide where we want to push, if we want to go up against the toe-to-toe with the actual Galactic Empire in the Galactic Core here, maybe do some warlord hunting, try to take out the Imperial leadership. Huh, that's interesting. Apparently these spies didn't actually execute. But that's one direction we could head. We could continue to wrap up around the rim here, maybe push into the corporate sector, do offensives against the Maldruid here and force probably another integration with the Empire and get the Maldruid integrated into the Empire. That's a course we could follow. So a lot of decisions before us, a lot of building up we need to do, a lot more fleets that we need to build to cover our increasing band of territory that we have here in the south and east of the galaxy now, more or less contiguous with itself. Most of our planets are joined up together. So very exciting. Lots more to follow in future episodes. Join me then, and until then, have a great day.